Today I'm in San Sebastián on top of Monte Urgul. Behind me is the Sacred Heart of Jesus statue. From here I follow a stretch of the Camino de Santiago heading down to the sea. My goal is to end the day on the other hill, Monte Igueldo, right at sunset. We're starting to getting down here, and you might have already noticed that I'm a little sick, and that's also why I didn't film any vlogs in the past couple of days, but it's getting better right now, so I thought about a small walk, and yeah, let's see if we can do it in time. When I tried to research this path, it was actually quite confusing to me, and it still is, because in Spanish you call it Camino de Santiago, and in English you call it the Way of St. James, and in German you call it Jakobsweg. These are like all different names to it, but they all describe the same thing. This part I'm walking right now is Camino del Norte. The Camino de Santiago isn't just a single line on the map like I used to think. It's a whole network of trails across Europe, from France, Portugal, Spain and many other countries. All of them eventually lead to Santiago de Compostela. Pilgrims choose their own road, and of course every journey ends up feeling a little different. There are also these little markings you can find, so you know you're on the correct path. But the hills I'm starting right now on and I'm finishing on, they are not part of the official path of the Camino del Norte. That's why we don't find any signs on top of these hills, but hopefully when we get down to the city and the beach, which is part of the official way, we get to see one of these signs. Let me explain this a little bit better. The Camino del Norte follows this and this beach. So both of the beaches are like the official path of the Camino del Norte. This hill over there is not the path of the Camino del Norte, but I want to go up there and see the sunset from above. And we came all the way from this hill over here, so might have a little bit of an overview how we're going to walk there. There are a lot of these little water fountains all over this hill, but some of them haven't been used for you don't know how long, and you notice it when the water is too warm. And what you do is just basically keep it running for like a couple of seconds. If you just want to be really safe, keep it running for a few minutes, and then you can just drink it. If it's getting colder, you know it's clean. Otherwise, if it's too warm, there might be bacteria in it, and you shouldn't drink it so you don't get sick. First hill is finished, and we are on our way through the old town and the beach. I've been searching for these signs in the old town right here, but so far I couldn't find any of them, and also I don't know how they look, so I'm not even sure what I'm looking for. As I walked through the city, I kept looking for the Camino markings, the yellow arrow or the seashells. But in the center of San Sebastián I just couldn't find any. Maybe there's a reason for that and I just don't know it. But then I noticed a small green and yellow arrow, and I wasn't even sure whether it was a real Camino sign or just a random marking. While I was walking through the old town, I found this little hook thingy as a souvenir, and apparently this one is really famous here in San Sebastián. It's like a comb of wind, I think. When we are going uphill along the beach, we might find it there. So we did arrive at the beach, which is also the official path of the Camino de Santiago. And what I also noticed is some guy down there which is doing some crazy artwork. Like, look at this. It's really cool. Yesterday there was like a huge face in the sand, and today he's building this. Looks like a mandala
from up here. Some really cool thing. What I also like about the art is that every day when the flood comes, it just gets washed away, and just a temporary art which only lasts for a couple of hours, and that's it. Quite interesting. And the last one, you can actually see this is the shell from the path. So this is actually another sign, and we want to go to the Monte Igueldo, which is only a 30-minute walk from here. I just wanted to enjoy the sea a little bit, because man, this is supposed to be one of the most beautiful beaches in all of Europe. What do you think about it? From here you think like these two are connected, but if you walk a little bit further you can actually see, like we saw earlier today, that this part right there is just an island, and it's like an illusion because you cannot see it from the way we walked over there. Really cool. From here you can see it way better. That, this part like right in the middle is an island, and I love these houses up there. It's like really beautiful. I don't know if you can see it from here, but man, this view is really great. I mean, good thing it's not flooding, because otherwise you couldn't get here up the stairs and had to walk all the way back. So, just before the water comes. So this is such a nice walk, and we're basically at the next beach right now. You can see it's like 1 more hour until the sun sets. You can see the sign just right there. It says 15 more minutes to Monte Igueldo, again marked with a shell for the Camino de Santiago. People from like all kinds of life are walking this path so often, and it got me thinking they're not only walking when they're feeling good and on their best days, they're also walking and keep going if they're feeling a little tired or sick, like I do right now. So kinda keeps me connected to them, right? Which I find quite nice and comforting to think about. We got off the beach right now because it's a little easier to walk on the stones, and we also have to hurry a bit because I want to have some nice sunset shots. A few minutes ago I talked about this souvenir I found in one of the gift shops, and it's actually called Pine del Viento, and we are just walking right to it. It's like right on the coast, just behind this house over there, and let's see what it looks in real life. It does look like it's under construction. Oh man, that's so sad. I wanted to see it. Maybe we can look through the fence. So unfortunately that didn't quite work out. We also have to find another way up the hill, because it looks like everything here is like under construction. So I'm not quite sure we can go up there. This is where our ways cross. You can see the arrow which is pointing into the way of the Camino de Santiago, and the funicular, which is basically going uphill. And yeah, that's like the whole way on the beach was the Camino de Santiago, and now I'm trying to walk up the hill. Travel has this bittersweet way about it.
you meet people you really connect with, you walk together for a part of the way, and then life sends you in different directions. Even if you return to the same city later, the path will always be different.
Hello. Can I still go up?
Only up one?
Yes. Can I walk down? Is it possible? Okay.
3:30.
Thank you. With card?
In 5 minutes and then it's here, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right here, I had no idea whether I was supposed to wait for someone or just get in by myself. Since this was the last ride of the day and there was literally no one else around, I decided to, well, you see.
I wait. Okay. Hello.
You have to stop, this, another stop.
Oh, good. Didn't see it.
Todo el mundo ciego aquí, te lo juro. Bestia. Toma. Mira.
Well, we're taking the funicular, and this was a bit awkward because apparently I cannot read signs. And also, like, there was no one there, so I didn't know if it would just go up without anyone going. But yeah, sometimes you're just a stupid tourist. We made it on top of the Monte Igueldo, and just this view behind me, it's really amazing. You can see all of San Sebastián down there, and it's so beautiful. Look at that. We walked all the way from this hill down on this beach. And well, we didn't walk up here, but it would have been a bit late if I just walked up here, so I decided to take a little shortcut, and I got completely shit on for that, which I understand. This is our sunset. It's not over San Sebastián, but it's right behind me. It's basically the other way. And I really wonder if you could camp out there in the wild, just on some of the cliffs. That might be a really insane trip to wake up. But yeah, unfortunately I'm too sick for wild camping right now, and I will probably not do it again for this trip, but I will definitely in the future, just when the time is right. Thank you for joining me on this little journey through San Sebastián and on the Camino de Santiago. I really enjoyed the walk, and I really like the city, although I think it's a bit like too touristy and maybe also a bit not personal enough. The city feels like a little closed off, maybe, but the views and the coastline and also the bay are really, really beautiful.
Walking across San Sebastián reminded me of something I keep struggling with. Most journeys aren't really about the destination at all. You just keep going, collecting small moments, ideas or thoughts along the way. And maybe that's actually more important than the big shiny goal I'm always chasing, but never quite able to reach.